Okay, let's just get right into it. We are deep diving straight into this crisis unfolding in D.C., the government shutdown that started October 1st, 2025.
Yeah, and the reporting we're looking at really centers on, well, a couple of key things. Why it happened specifically, this Democrat demand for massive healthcare spending for non-citizens.
Right, and how that clashes with GOP efforts for some fiscal restraint. We also need to touch on the public opinion, which seems pretty clear, and what the White House is saying.
So the shutdown itself, it seems to stem directly from the Democrats insisting on adding this huge $1.5 trillion healthcare package onto the continuing resolution.
That's the bill you need just to keep the government funded.
Exactly. And the really contentious part, nearly $200 billion of that taxpayer money is earmarked for medical benefits for illegal immigrants and other non-citizens.
And the conservative view here is pretty straightforward. This demand is actively blocking Republican attempts to, well, control spending and make sure American citizens come first.
Definitely. We saw House Republicans try to head this off. They advanced a clean funding bill.
Meaning no extra stuff attached, just the funding.
Just the funding, trying to prevent exactly this kind of disruption. But Senate Democrats, Chuck Schumer leading the charge, apparently aligned with that AOC wing.
They rejected
it outright. Their argument is these healthcare riders are, quote, essential. They want those old Obamacare subsidies back, protections extended, specifically to cover undocumented migrants.
Which, goes against long-standing federal rules prohibiting those kinds of direct benefit.
Right, and President Trump, GOP leaders, they've been warning about this repeatedly, saying you can't reward illegal immigration with American resources.
Especially after the border chaos under the Biden-Harris administration. We're talking 10, maybe 20 million unvetted people entering, straining everything.
And it has real costs now. People are pointing to things like the Iowa National Guard deployments, where they're not getting paid because of this shutdown. It looks like prioritizing foreign nationals over our own service members.
Which naturally leads us to the first story we need to cover. The public reaction. It seems pretty strong.
Very strong. We heard from the press secretary, Karoline Leavitt.
Yeah.
She was firm. The American people want the government reopened, but not by caving to, as she put it, radical priorities.
And there's polling data, too.
Yeah, there was a New York Times Siena College poll reported just before the shutdown kicked in.
And what did it show?
Get this. Two-thirds. Two-thirds of registered voters said Democrats should not force a shutdown even if they don't get these, quote, extraneous demands met.
Wow, two-thirds. That really highlights the political gamble they're taking here, digging in like this.
It absolutely does. Which brings us to the second story, how the White House is framing this, basically calling it extortion.
Strong language.
Very. Vice President J.D. Vance put it bluntly. He said, they have shut down the government because we won't give billions of dollars healthcare funding for illegal aliens. He specifically named names. The Chuck Schumer-AOC wing of the Democrat Party shut down the government.
So he's calling it an absurd tactic, using the shutdown to force spending on migrant healthcare.
Exactly. An extortion tactic, he called it. And it's interesting. People are pointing out Schumer's own history on this.
How so?
Well, back in 1996, he actually spoke out against giving benefits to immigrants. Contrast that with today. It really shows a shift, maybe towards more open border policies within the party.
It's quite a reversal. Speaking of getting different perspectives and clear information.
Ah, yes. We wanted to give a quick shout out to the Nunya Business. And look, this isn't sponsored. We just genuinely think they're doing good work.
Totally agree. They're a great resource if you're looking for trending news but want it, balanced. They make a real effort.
Their whole mission is de-radicalizing the extremes in America. They do that by sharing news from all angles, reporters from the center, left, right. It's refreshing.
It really is. It feels like a positive step towards, maybe healing some of the division you see everywhere else.
And if you're interested in that kind of thing, they have this free Become a Reporter challenge. It's a cool way to maybe get involved, get some exposure, and help build that more balanced view. Check them out.
Definitely worth a look. Okay, so back to the shutdown narrative. Story number 3 really hammers home the White House's core argument.
Right. This is VP Vance again, sort of summarizing the main point. He said, it's one thing to say that we should solve the healthcare crisis for Americans. Okay, fair enough. It's another thing to say that we're going to shut down the government unless we give billions of dollars of taxpayer funding for healthcare for illegal migrants. That's ridiculous.
Pretty clear statement of priorities there.
Unmistakable. And it echoes the overall White House line. Reopen the government, but don't give in on these specific demands. They're framing it as a fight for fiscal sanity, for national sovereignty.